this work will be worth it someday.
Smells worse than a Riften tavern in here.
Well, well, you made it. You'll forgive me if I don't stand to greet you. I have a thing about social niceties. My spies told me you were coming, but neglected to say why. You're a recent arrival to the Isle, yes? I'm intrigued. What brings you? Ah, Arethel, the reluctant idealist. Yes, I know a bit. He's a friend of ours. I heard he was in a spot of trouble, so I sent a few of my children to collect him. Unfortunately, he bumbled his way into a prison cell. We had nothing to do with it. That boy has run afoul of some very dangerous people, and they're not about to let him go. Arethel's a valuable commodity down here. He's young, impressionable, and most importantly, he has access to the Sapiarch. Well, he wasn't lying. A rival of mine, Miralon, swept Arethel away from us, lured him in with promises of adventure, convinced him that killing the Sapiarch would start a revolution. Of course, the boy got cold feet. Now they have him. No, but I know someone who does. I sent one of my children to keep an eye on Miralon's operation. A Khajiit named Zonhai. He'll know where the boy's kept. Explore the tunnels west of here. I'm the mother of rats. You know that already. That's fair, I guess. I'm what the Clods and the Kinhouses call an Apraxic, an elf criminal. There are other high elf misfits called ousters, but the fortunes of an Apraxic are a little more severe. I forged a document. Well, the ensuing dispute sent 43 mer to the funeral pyre. It was a patent of lineage, you see. Kinlords take that sort of thing very seriously. Insufferable. Anyway, they shattered my Callion, my Praxic talisman, and sent me for the most foolish reason of all. Love. Hilarious, right? Anyway, everyone here knows my past. Well enough. He's young, which is to say he's bullheaded and self-righteous. Good for a laugh, if nothing else. He came... 50 years of exile has taught me many, many things. But the most important lesson is this. Anyone is capable of anything. A snot-nosed kin would murder his most beloved dog with a shovel. Clearly he didn't, and I thank the fates for that. Arethel wouldn't make it a week as an Aprax. Too much of a people person. It's lucky for us too. Miralon's a recent arrival. He's not an Aprax or an ouster, but he tries to act the part. I've twisted more arms than I can count, trying to find out where he's from, but so far I have very little to show for it. That's why Zanhai's where he is. Because killing the Sapiarchs will provoke that elusive revolution we're all supposed to be pining for. The Sapiarchs, the Divine Prosecution... Of course not. Revolutions are just fairy tales for idiot children. Killing a
Sure about that Miralon guy yet.
The Sapiarch will loosen his grip on us, or we will make him. Glad we finally got organized. Maybe now we'll get something done.
All this work will be worth it someday.
Smells worse than the Rifted Tavern is here.
Seems like such a nice city above. It's just not down here.
Maybe now we'll get something done.
Sapiarch will loosen his grip on us, or we will make him.
Zanhi does not wish to fight you, Walker. But he will if he must. If you were a friend to these Blackwake thugs, you would already know. This one will tell you what he found, but you must act quickly. Miralon plucked Arathel from his cell and brought him here. He means to bend the boy's mind, I think. He claimed the caverns ahead. But the way is guarded by more Blackwake warriors, and worse. This elf is more than he seems, Walker. He is a spellweaver who consorts with Daedra. If you aim to rescue Arathel, you will have to deal with Miralon. Miralon wields magics that Zanhi has never seen before. Spells that twist good elves' brains and make them dance to the caster's rhythm. Arathel refused to kill the Sapiarch, but this one thinks, given enough time, Miralon will make him do it. Hedani was taken in by the Blackwake's lies. The Mother of Rats sent me to spy on Miralon. If Miralon bends the boy, Arathel, and makes him kill the Sapiarch, the elf guards will storm this place by the hundreds. Soldiers of the Divine Prosecution do not show
what's in him.
Seems like such a nice city above. Just not down here.
Someday.
Glad we finally got organized. Maybe now we'll get something done.
not one of them, are you? Sorry, as soon as I saw an opening, I took off running. I didn't even see that drop. Honestly, I'm lucky. Oh, that's 2 mothers that will want my head. All right, I'll follow, at a distance. I've had enough excitement.
Easy, guardsman.
So, it's you. When you didn't return, I assumed you had abandoned your search. Ah, the oft-used "a wizard made me do it" defense. It's an excuse I've heard before. Many... It seems this Miralon played a role in a much wider conspiracy. Troubling. I will take this to my superior. Talk to that ape prax...
So, you found our lost sheep. Well done. As you can see, I sent for Arathel's mother. She won't speak to me, of course, but she seems appreciative enough. Perhaps this will be a teachable moment for the both of them. One can hope, I suppose. Difficult to say. The fact that he's been fraternizing with Apraxix won't reflect well on him. But at least you proved he's not a murderer. That's something, right? You've done far more than rescue a stray high elf, Karam. Take this, and my thanks.
Take notice, sewer dwellers. I know where you are. Keep your affairs in order, or our next encounter will be far less pleasant.
Thank you so much for finding Arathel. Bless you.
Oh, I think I might want to be an adventurer too.
No, you've had quite enough adventure for one lifetime.
Thought we was after the Sapiarch. Not sure I signed up for this.
These potions really stink. Wonder what's in them.
next time I'm in the field. I think I'll bring a welcome to the fighters. Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Right. Our new guildmaster is an Argonian, sees all colors. Ha! There's a good question. Then let me be the first to officially welcome you. It's my it's my comrade.
Don't look away.
A newcomer in the warehouse district. Unusual, but how can I help you? The Divine? Who told you that? If a Justiciar sent you to try and trick me into confessing... No, no. The High Elves would never send a newcomer to perform such a task. But I admit it. I made my thoughts known. I arranged to bring my cousin here to work with me. The ship arrived, but all the newcomers were carted away. For questioning, they said. I complained to the... Oh, my family has been here for generations and generations. Before the Queen's decree, outsiders might have been rare, but we were not unheard of. Our business has grown and gets better every day. That's why I sent for my cousin. We need the help. Somerset is a rare and beautiful jewel in the Abetian Sea. I love it here. The High Elves treat us like children, but they have never been hostile. The Queen's decree has stirred the waters, though. I fear it will get worse before it gets better.
Hit the candies.
find your own patch of beach. Not that you'd understand the concept, but an ultimate concept practiced widely here in Somerset. I believe in caution as much as the next high elf, but sometimes the rules get in the way of common sense. My apprentice lived here for more than a year. Good help is so hard to find, especially among the newcomers. They took her away. Said they had to scrutinize her qualifications, test her knowledge of culture and etiquette. But I haven't seen her since. My work suffers, so of course I complained to the monks. Now I have to gather my own shell. They told me I could fill out some forms and appeal to the kin lady. But who has time for such bureaucracy? And for a wood elf? I've said too much. I have work to do, and all this aggravation has diverted. Perfection requires constant vigilance, so back to it. This is unheard of. Why have you closed the monastery?
Good people.
Such anger. Raz never expected to hear such words from the Queen's loyal subjects. The sequestered. Just a different word for imprisoned, yes. Ranul's cousin just arrived, but old Newell's assistant has lived on Somerset since long before the Queen ever issued her decree. What about the lizard? What did Zoc Solza? Why would the Aldar gather up newcomers and non-high elf residents alike and send them to the monastery? Does the kin lady condone this behavior? Raz's head itches, and not in a good way. Our course is clear, Five Claw. Raz admires your enthusiasm, but this one needs you to enter the monastery on your own. Raz has other fish to catch. This one will help you get past the sentry, though.
What?
Listen round, I've a warning to sound about.
You there! I have a... Damn it, why won't this work?
Did you see a golden knight? I have no idea what that was, and I'm not sure I want to know.
Sentry! Raz owes you for that game of cards and has come to pay.
Well, I don't recall any... You say I won some gold?
Don't you remember? Raz always pays his debts, and he always buys the drinks.
You have no right to be in here.
No, not now. You'll have to ask one of the monks that the new Aldach brought with him. They deal with all the newcomer testing and evaluations. Aldach Tilkala arrived right after the Queen issued her decree. He came highly recommended by King Lady Avanice, or so I heard. The Aldach and his monks keep to themselves. They've taken the Undercroft for their own Again with the questions about the newcomers. Why do you care about the complexities of Altma Bureau?
I should be seeing your back walking out of here by now.
No, not now. You'll have to ask one of... Again with the questions about the new... Aldach till... The Aldach and his monk.
Leave! Right now!
No, not now, please. You'll have to ask one of the monks that the new Aldach brought with him. They deal with all the newcomer testing and evaluations. I'm just a simple monk trying to catch up on my sleep. That was a hint, by the way. Aldach Tilkala arrived right after the Aldach and his monks keep to themselves. They've taken the Undercroft. The monastery should be a place of peace and meditation.
Are you lost? You can't be in here.
For an Aldach's office, wouldn't you agree? I noticed you skulking around while I was engaged in some skulking of my own. I suppose we both came to the monastery. The sequestered newcomers. I came to find out what happened to a friend. I assume that's what brought you here as well? A house of worship shouldn't be used as an internment camp, and it shouldn't be locked to the public either. Interesting. I've never seen anything quite like it. I find it intriguing and a bit disturbing. But we aren't here to discuss curios, strange creatures notwithstanding. We need to find out what's happening with the missing newcomers. The sentry doesn't appear to have stopped you, so I could ask you the same question. Let's just agree that we both have our methods. Curious, but I feel that there's more going on in Shimmerine than the usual politics. That's the question, my cautious friend. We have a newly appointed Aldark and a disgruntled kin lady, both opposed to the Queen's decree. What's their connection to the missing newcomers? I was about to explore the other. A curious pearl. I wonder where the Aldark acquired it. Something's wrong down here. I sense magic. Vile magic. Cages? These people did nothing to deserve such treatment. There's someone alive over there. See if you can help her.
Thank the Divines! You aren't one of them. It's a nightmare. We came to Somerset to seek new opportunities. We barely stepped off the monks gathered them a few moments ago and took them through the door on the far side.
Is that a scoffin?
Thank you for setting me free.
A Daedra. Here? And that's a scoffin, if I remember my Daedric recitations correctly. Very curious. An excellent question, and one I hope to find the answer to. From the evidence before us, it appears this Nord. Then I suggest we pick up the pace. We need to determine. I'll explain everything later. For now, we need to hurry.
More newcomers? Unfortunately, the magic only affects those who have been prepared. But never fear. Your time.
I'll deal with the pearl. You hold off these creatures. Magic attracts these creatures. Hold them off while I complete my spell. on. Let's talk outside. Those poor people. This wasn't just about newcomers and opposing the Queen's decree. That was I promised to explain what I know. I suppose that now's as good a time as any. I'm a member of the Psijic Order. Our Rite Master sent me to investigate a warning we received about a plot involving Somerset. My Oriandra is indeed a member of our ancient monastic society. We once served as advisors to the rulers of Tamriel, but that was before we removed our island home from the world. Now this threat has drawn an Eye of the Queen? Interesting. I diffused the Daedric magic and transported the pearl to Artaeum, the Psijic island, for safekeeping it.
I don't remember groveling that much when I was a wretch.
Living on Artaeum for a few centuries doesn't prepare you for physical activity. Let the Eye of the Queen know what we discovered, and I'll catch up with you later. We were warned that Daedric princes had their eyes on Somerset, but I didn't expect that left. We received word that there was the potential for trouble in Somerset, so the Right Master sent me to take a look. Even so, Artaeum isn't a prison. We're Psijic mages. We can come and go as we like, just so long as it advances our studies. I did tell you, once I ascertained I could trust you and the time was right. When we make a rare visit back to Nirn, we try to keep a low profile. Rumors about our order tend to make people uncomfortable, and even nervous in our presence. A partial truth. Easier to remember than an outright lie. Another member of our order came to Somerset a few months back. We haven't heard from him, so I decided to look into both matters while I was here. No, not intentionally. We may be sages, but we're still just people. We can become restless, succumb to sorrow or frustration. My friend may have decided that life on Artaeum was no longer satisfying. I just want to know he's safe.
I forgot what I'm drinking to.
Ah, this one's new partner returns. What interesting scandal did you uncover in the monastery? Tell Raz every juicy detail. That isn't the kind of scandal Raz was hoping for. Murder, Daedric rituals, and traitorous behavior have a way of ruining an otherwise perfect day. Accuse? Not exactly. Raz wants you to talk to her. See what she knows about the Old Dark. A Sijik? Raz has heard rumors, but there are always rumors about the Sijiks. For an island of sages who disappeared more than 300 years ago, they certainly seem to get around. Did this Sijik mage say what the order was in... There was a life-sucking pearl. You should probably have led with that bit of information. Well, we can worry about the Sijik mage and figure out where these pearls came from later. For now, Kinlady Avenice and Raz do not get along. You see, there was a horse, a platter of pudding tarts, and... No. This...
Yes? And whom? The kin lady is currently engaged. Yes. So you do. And...
We all have concerns regarding the Queen's decree. I assure you that I am working with all Dark Takala to safeguard the sanctity of Shimmerine and all of Somerset. Enjoy the food and drink. Business of the city requires my attention, but I shall rejoin you shortly.
Another newcomer? Ink has barely dried on the Queen's... Does it? Perhaps. The newcomers are different. They understand neither Altmus... The divine prosecution serves... Well, don't really know the new Aldark all that. Wait a moment.
A newcomer? Am I? Complain most. I'm a Canon Reeve, my dear. I thought we established that.
How bold of you. The Neberard dead. You heard that somewhere, did you? I'll have to have a discussion with the Divine Prosecution about how lax our security has become. No, I jest. The kin lady and I have nothing but... You really are well informed about things here in Shimmerine, aren't you? You're right, where are my manners? Using a word you couldn't possibly be expected to understand. It means unwelcome. That's a serious accusation to toss around so casually. What did you say your name was again? I suddenly remembered some business I need to deal with as well.
Dare you barge into my home without so much as a by your leave? No, I refuse to deal with one of the Queen's guests, especially not in my own home. How did you get in here, by the way? No. Such innocence. You really want to know why I oppose the Queen's order to allow newcomers to enter Somerset? Because I'm trying to protect both the island and the newcomers. It's in everyone's best interest that we maintain a separation. Aldark Tilkala came highly recommended. He has grand plans for protecting... Not that it's any concern of yours, but my Chancellor has been unable to verify the Ulduk's existence prior to when we met. That's preposterous. Ulduk Takala sequesters the newcomers to ascertain their suitability for life in Somerset. Those who...
My lady, one of the monks said to deliver this message. It's from the Ulduk himself.
The Coral Forest. An odd location for a meeting, but I need to hear the Ulduk's explanation.